Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Blake Smith, who will fight on CFFC 151 March 13th. Hello, Blake. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm good, and actually, in a few days, you will fight another fight in CFFC. It will be a really, I think, solid opponent, Chance Beck. And if you can tell me overall, what do you think about him, and what can be his advantages in his fight in this fight?
I respect him for taking the fight first and foremost. He's a game opponent with 18 total fights. So he went pro before I did. So he's been around a little bit, but I'm just better everywhere. He's tough when I'll give him a credit. He will bite down on his mouthpiece when it's time. I do like that about him. Slick. He looks like he has slick jiu-jitsu on his back. So I respect that. And he's 6 foot, so he'll be long, but I have better footwork, so that's gonna be my key.
Yes, actually, he's a really good finisher because he finished all of his wins. So definitely, he can be dangerous. But I think that your original opponent was Davon Dixon.
Okay, yeah, correct. I believe he got hurt sometime in camp, and he had to pull out, unfortunately.
So definitely also a really good fighter. And on Tapology, you had also a fight against John De Jesus. So he was like the backup for this fight.
Yeah, he was.
So actually, kudos for CFFC because they booked you in against three really good opponents. Because I think that all of them are really good, and definitely all three matchups would be like really interesting for the fans.
I agree. I agree, and they're all different. They all have their own styles.
And is it a problem for you that you are like preparing yourself for one kind of the fighter, and in the end it can be like one or even more changes?
It could be mentally taxing if you allow it, but I'm pretty good mentally, so each person didn't really matter. It was just a silhouette at the end of the day. Just go get my hand raised and just create violence to whatever silhouette is in front of me.
And at any point were you afraid that maybe because the fights the fighters are pulling out that maybe there will be like no backup in, and in the end you can end with just not fighting?
Right. So you could let that happen, like, especially 10 days before then you find out you actually do have a fight. I just kept with my same regimen. I just told everyone I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna fight. And everyone said, all right, let's keep going. And then as we are, we're gonna fight. So you speak things in fruition.
And of course, I think that we can say that you are one of the faces of the promotion because you were a champion there. You won many fights. But in the end, do you think that maybe with this win you will be like in consideration of like fighting for the title again?
If not, I'm definitely going to bigger money fights. That's pretty much where I'm at in my career. Just advancing. So I'm just gonna keep proving I'm with the best team. We're gonna be 4-0, 4-0 streak with another finish come up on Friday and move up from there. There's no doubt about it. I'm gonna stay active this year.
And do you think that there may be a option to get to the like UFC or Contender Series this year?
Of course, right? That's what we're looking for. I'll go out and just be undeniable. They have to respect me because of really how exciting I fight. And that, especially now with the new Paramount deals, they want people like me to put on the show. Then that's what you're gonna get every time the Honey Badger fights. So
And in the end, I think that it's like fair to say that you are not afraid of any challenge because you fought against like really good fighters. You of course won some, you lost some, but I think that it is like it is important that you are not afraid, that you are maybe not taking like fighters who shouldn't be in the cage with you, but definitely not only you take these fights, but also like perform in them definitely too.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, and even when I took my Bellator fight, that was against a top 15 opponent at a smaller weight class, 145, and that was my first time fighting at 45. So I can perform on the big stage. I just need to go there and quote unquote get my feet wet, like an old expression. And I've already got my feet wet. So I'm just ready for the big opportunity, really to showcase in front of the world again how good I am and how good I continue to be each fight.
And in your corner, there will be like Billy Quarantillo, right?
Yeah, he will be there. Moya Flowers, those are my main guys. We may even have Shane Burgos in the corner as well because he's been helping with this camp. But my main coaches, Moya Flowers, Billy Quarantillo. Since I've joined them, I'm undefeated. Moya Flowers is the best coach in the world. Billy Q, his mindset for MMA, for coaching, second to none. He's going to be a real good coach. Moya Flowers, Hall of Fame boxing coach, and Billy, he'll be a Hall of Fame MMA coach one day too. And that's just how, with those two, I'm good.
And like Billy and also Shane got some like crazy fights in the UFC. They always were super entertaining, and probably
Correct.
it's like a really big asset to have this kind of people in your corner because they know how to be in the UFC, how to win
Right.
this kind of big fights. So probably you
Exactly.
can use their experience.
Yes. With those three alone, that's over 60 years of combat experience, you know? So it's us versus them. And if Shane can make it, that'll be great. You know, he's been a great asset. Excuse me. A great asset to the team. And he's been a lifelong MMA artist. And then his little brother, Ryan Burgos, as well. He helps coach on our sessions as well. So it's just knowledge on knowledge. And I got a really good game plan for this fight. So that's why, back to the original question, it didn't matter who was in front of us. We were going to just dissect them and set up a really good plan.
And of course, I think that taking into consideration your experience on the regional scene, and of course the winning streak that that you have right now, I think that definitely like fans could match you with many of the fighters who are currently in the UFC roster. But if you let's say that after this fight you can get one chance to fight against a current UFC fighter, would you have like some preferences? Who could it be?
Who, man, I should have some names, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to get some names. But anyone top, how many in lightweight? Probably like 40 guys. Give me somebody in the top 30 for sure. I'm beating them.
Actually, I thought that maybe like Edson Barboza, because I believe that he actually beat like both Billy and Shane, and of course he's got like crazy style, crazy resume. So it would be like a fun fight with a little bit like history behind it.
You know, that actually would sell just because he beat both of them. And I grew up a middle child, which means I understand how to be an older brother and a little brother. And I'm my brother's keeper. And I would get that back for sure.
And overall, are you a fan of the UFC? So when there are like big cards on Saturday, do you like to watch them?
Yeah, I watch them. And now it's on Paramount. Paramount, excuse me. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. No, yeah, I watched them. I watched the fights this last weekend. I thought the Holloway fight and Max would, the Holloway fight and Oliveira would be a little bit more entertaining. However, this is MMA, and Charles did what he had to do. And for the novice, they would say it's boring, but it was a lot of technical grappling going on with what Charles was doing, and a lot of technical defense that Max was doing not to get submitted or finish on the ground. It was tough not to, if you have a black belt that level, not to go face down in the body triangle, which Oliveira tried to do several times. Max, he did what he had to do, you know, and it was pretty. I think I remember Joe Rogan actually saying that. People were booing, and they were like, "He has no idea. They have no idea what they're doing," which is true. To That's why you gotta love MMA. It's so many different channels, so to speak. It's so many different spectrums from your grappling to your stand up. Even in your stand up is a whole different realm from kickboxing to Muay Thai to boxing. or taekwondo and karate, how you have to blend that those spectrums to make it one. And that's pretty much how my stand up is and how I look at MMA as a whole. There's so many different realms and how can you intertwine in the realms. And that's one reason why I love MMA so much. And I'm a history guy. I could go on.
Yes, and also I think that that you have a good fight IQ. That you know when you should fight in the stand up, when you should take a fighter on the ground. And I think that it is super important because of course you can fight against like super good like specialists, and probably it's better not to go in this area. And this is important just to like think in the fight, not being only fighter who want like blood.
Right, right, correct, correct. That's why it's chaotic but poetic at the same time, and you have to be able to stay calm in the midst of the chaos.
And how excited are you about like UFC White House, about the card that was introduced a few days ago?
I I wasn't expecting that card. It to me, I like the card. I from the social media, everyone thinks it's boring, but it's gonna be a good card. They're gonna come to fight. They're gonna, in my opinion, they're gonna fight real passionate because it's at the White House. It's on the White House grounds. And MMA fighting is so passionate. It's so emotional. That's why guys cry cutting weight because it's just an emotional thing that they're going through, and the fight is so raw when you really think about it. It's two men with their shirt off in front of thousands of people. It's locked in a battlefield, so it's raw and uncut, and it's emotional, and it's gonna be a show. I feel. I'm curious on the prelims too. I feel like they're gonna come to fight, but the main card, it's gonna be a good card.
Yes, I think that in the end is like really good card. Of course, there were like big expectation about it because people thought about like John Jones, about Connor. It is like maybe a little bit smaller card, but in the end, if it would be like any other like regular pay-per-view, let's say it would be like a super entertaining
Yeah,
fight card.
yeah, and with guys like John or Connor, they might need extra there, so to speak, right? Because they're such big names as John Jones on the White House card or Conor McGregor. And who will Conor fight when he comes back? Like, you know what I mean? What weight is he going to fight at? That's all. It's going to be up to Conor. All that will be up to Conor. Like, Conor will make his own weight class. No, we're going to fight at 175. Like, Conor could do that. And with the new, in my opinion, with the new deal, I don't know if Paramount was ready for that. That's my mindset on looking at it, and I think like that more business wise because of Moya Flowers. Like I said in the beginning, he's the best coach in the world, and he makes me think outside of fighting. Not just being locked, just always locked in. And then Billy slowly does that too, but I spent a lot of time with Moya, and it's gonna show come Friday.
Yes, so the fight it is this Friday, so definitely good luck in this fight, and of course I hope that after this you will be only in like big fights, so maybe like Contender Series, maybe some other way to get to the UFC, but in the end only big fights for you.
I appreciate it, man.